in all honesty, when actually developing the idea, it was quite a time-consuming process for both me and my partner. We both found it relatively hard to initially create an original idea. Our teacher, after we spoke to him about it, he then suggested we look through newspapers around our area, existing ones, and just on a day-to-day basis, just to follow up and check stories in order to trigger the kind of idea. After doing so, my partner and I came across this article called Pond Needs, well, not necessarily called Pond Needs Cleaning, but then we established that would be our title, and we kind of generated an idea where basically originally it was just going to be an opening brick wall with a missing people's poster, possibly using the use of stop motion. Somehow this is drawn into the pond, indicating that the people who would be participating in the activities are actually in the pond. After this, perhaps using poster shots, freeze frames of the original poster as it falls into the lake or pond, zooms in on the poster, and then possibly a poster just landing on water, or an old man who basically owns the pond needs help to clean it for good money, apparently. The advertisements then within the newspaper. The old man hides in the house. Then a point of view shot outside of the youths being rebellious in and around the pond area. The youths then come to clean the pond one by one, and the camera pans out and a splashing noise is made off the camera to mark the teenager or many teenagers falling into the pond. These are all rough ideas from the beginning. We then had an idea about possibly using a contour camera, which is an underwater camera, and then cutting from black and white above the surface to colour, perhaps when it's underwater. After brainstorming these ideas, we put together a quick storyline. This was the old man is looking out of a window onto a rebellious youth messing around in and around the property, perhaps throwing bottles into the pond. There's then an advertisement the following day in the newspaper or on a bulletin board advertising pond needs cleaning for good or overly good money. Youths then jump at this opportunity to make some money, and one by one they start disappearing. Then the brick wall slowly gets covered with posters, missing people ones, and that hints that they are somehow linked with the pond and the elderly man or elderly woman. One poster then floats down onto the surface of the pond, and maybe revealing slightly the youth's body. When writing our screenplay at first, my partner and I practically listed a party scene. This is what the film would have been based on. After considering the location and researching the common codes and conventions, we agreed that this wasn't actually adequate and changed the storyline completely. Instead of basing it on a variety of youths, it's just going to be focused on one youth, which is the main character, Angus, and then the second character, which would be the elderly woman. The external, then we produced an actual screenplay, and that took a lot of time. This is also available on the same page as this, located on the website. To save me describing it all, the process is actually listed, and the different colours signify the different types of screenplay and the final product. There's a link at the bottom of this page which will take you to the final produced screenplay, and that's it basically.